And here we go.
All right.
Good morning. Hoping you are well. And I've invited myself and I popped myself in. Hope you have your morning cup. I remember a long time ago there was someone on Periscope. If you remember those days, back on Periscope, there was a young lady. She would get on live and she would ask, "What's in your cup?" So I've got a little coffee in my cup. This is Jag Indy. My son was part of that for a little while, and I'm so glad they have that program for youth. Now, what are we doing? We painted this on Friday. Can you believe it's Tuesday? That is unreal. Let me make this a little bit larger. All right. Let me go ahead and just welcome you. This is Bernaid Flournoy. I'm an art teacher by day. I love to paint portraits. I love having paint parties or art sessions or art classes. And I am so looking forward to doing team building and having more wellness workshops. Okay, that is the goal. Okay, I've been in the classroom for a while, but I'm ready to come out of the classroom. And my bosses, they know that I'm closer to the exit door than the entrance door. All right, so yeah, it's a journey. This is the last leg of serving as a public school teacher. Okay, I don't know exactly when that door is opening and closing, but I'm very close to the end. So I am so grateful for all the time, though. Now, what helps you is a lot of the experience that I have. And I say, paint like a kindergartner, baby. They have no fear. So if you're interested in art and you're a little apprehensive about getting started, watch out. I am opening up a new membership. I'm going to say mid-October, right? I might have a little sneak peek beforehand, but join me. We're just going to touch this one up with a little bit of colored pencil and crayon. So this is, I want to say this is like a thicker, maybe 24-pound copy paper. It's not as thick as I want to say the cardstock is maybe 65 pounds, but we're going to add a little bit to that. So let's see here. Let's see if we could turn this down a little bit. Now, you're here. Do you have your art supplies? Do you have your download? Now, this is not part of the downloads. Let me make sure. Is this tilted? Right, there we go. That way it's not, what do you call it? Like, I'm saying like a parallelogram, trapezoid. It's more like, I'm trying to scoot this up so we have the maximum image showing. There we go. That's the end of the page. So that's what I need. So what are you going to do for our short time here together? I've got my crayons. I've got my colored pencils in here. And if you don't have any, and you don't have any kids, or your kids are all grown up and you're an empty nester, so what? Go on in there and get you some. All right. Next time you're at Dollar Tree, go get you some little watercolors or invest a little bit more and get maybe some fine art ones. If you've got about $50, that you're ready to invest, and get you a pack of brushes. You just need, I don't know, you need kind of like a large, medium, small, depending on what you're working with. And of course, as you see, I don't all have just one kind. You mix up and get what you need. Now, there's so many at the stores. There's so many. Let me see. I'm trying to get them all in the same shot, y'all. You know what? Let me do this because I am struggling. Well, this is interesting, isn't it? Am I coming this way? All right. So here we are. This is a large array of brushes. I rarely use this size. This is about a 1 inch. This is probably about a 3/4 inch. Now, if you're working on a larger paper, then definitely. But right now I'm working kind of small. on, I'm going to say office supply. Well, one has hit the floor. At least it didn't fall in the coffee. All right. So, let me put these back down. Let me put these back up over here. It's nice to always have them right here because sometimes you don't know when you need them. All right. So here we are. And here they are back over here. Oh, you know what? It's a new week. Let me make sure you know Bob is here. All right. Bob is always just off camera over here somewhere, but we are ready. Okay. So let me put the second camera back on. Here's another. Praying and of course Crayola. They're very good. Get you some, right? Let's see what these look like on the inside. Right. Now, if you remember having art class, you know, this is that. So what, you're grown. So what, you got a few gray hairs. Bring you and those gray hairs on up in here and let's paint. All right, let's get on down to it. Let me share my paint cam. And here we are. And like I said, I have my, listen here. We will figure out how to get a better, and I've got another camera. With this new computer now, it doesn't have the, what do you call it? It has like the C cord. It doesn't have the wider one on. Oh, honey, it's just out of my head. I can't even see what it is. It's a little bit USB. That's what I'm saying. It has the USB on there. It doesn't have the C cord. So I have to figure out how to translate that. So we're just going to add a little bit of touch-ups to this. I think this is a statement fine just as it is. But we're going to go clean this up. And we're going to be out of here. I hope you grabbed your supplies and you are ready. Okay. So I've got my crayons right here. And I'm just going to pull out a couple of them. I'm going to grab the brown. And maybe a little bit of black. Now, could I do this with the colored pencil? Definitely. Now, I'm trying not to drop these off on the floor. Okay, and I'm just going to gather a little bit of blue right here. Just why? Just because. I don't know if you see the difference, but it's nice to add a little touch up here and there. I'm going to come back up over here. This blue makes this green a little bit darker. Honey, I'm enjoying this already. So I'm glad I did pull this out. And let me see if I can pull you in closer over here. Okay. That's a little bit better, I think. Okay. And we're all real close up in here. So here we are. We're gathering this over. Down just a wee bit. And so we're just touching up. And that's what you can do when your paint dries. You can go in here, and I'm so sorry, this is a little bit wobbly. You can go in here and get you. Let's see. Now this computer is real close to this coffee, y'all. Excuse me just one more moment. I hope you have yours. What's in your cup this morning? Coffee or tea? And it is that time of year again where we're going to have to do that challenge. Grits, sugar, or salt and pepper and butter. You know, that, can tear families apart. All right. Oh, I am so glad I am adding just a little bit of crayon on here to touch this up. That just brings it out a little bit more. So when you go to your next painting event and you see a few crayons out there, you might want to add a little bit of crayon. This is rocking back and forth, you guys. And I know that's going to make for a bad video. So it's going to move a little bit. All right. So we're not going to be before you long, just adding a little bit of touch up just so you could see how versatile this is. And so what I may do next time, just so you can see, is add a little bit of crayon colored pencil first and then go over it with the paint. All right, we're going right on back here. Can you see that's getting a little bit darker? And now, what is this? This is just the blue. Nothing fancy here. This is just a blue crayon, and it adds a little bit more detail. And, anything that makes your artwork a little bit better. And the good thing about this, you just go pop this in a frame. Now, this is 8.5 by 11. You might want to trim it, crop it down for an 8 by 10 frame. But, They make 8.5 by 11 frames as well. Check out Michael's, Hobby Lobby, your local Target, your local grocery store. All right. So now this blue and that violet is making that violet a blue violet, and it's still there, but it's a little darker, a little richer. And I think I'm going to get a little black. Putting this wax down, and then I'll have a little black to kind of to blend in. And this kind of pushes that back to the background. All right. I am so glad I didn't start another one just to finish this one up with a little bit of little detail, right? Little detail. That really does pull things together. I'm going right up underneath here. I probably should have a little bit of blue over here. Okay, so here we are back here. And I don't have the reference image on here. Well, I'm not going to stop to pull it up. It was on there Friday. I'm not going to mess around with this too much. I like the orange and the way the red kind of blended back here. So I'm going to leave that there. But what I will do, I will just kind of blend this in a little bit. Let's see. Can you tell? Can you tell? That just pushed that back a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit here. And that, just those little tiny details just makes it a little bit richer. You don't have to do it. I added a little black here. And I added a little black there. Right. But I'm not going to do too much more. And I think I'm going to add a little bit underneath this leaf right here. Oh, there's a comment over there, you guys. Let me pop that on the screen and let's see. Hey, I want to say this is Cornelia. It is. Good morning, beautiful lady. Thank you so much for always popping on. And oh, baby, you better come on. Oh, wait a minute. All right, so this is one of my I don't know if you Southern or not, but I got those Southern roots. And you better get those grits with some salt, pepper, butter. Oh, you do sugar too? Oh, no, we can't be friends. No, I'm just joking. You do sugar too? Oh, my goodness. I've never had it with sugar. Now, I've had cream of wheat, and the cream of wheat, I couldn't get down with it because it was a little bit sweet. I don't know about that life. I just know it needs to be savory. And then, if you got a little gravy. Now, my grandmother would, if she had fried fish or something the day before, she would have that for her breakfast. Baby, now we were okay when you said grits need salt, pepper, butter, but that sugar. I'm gonna have to try it. I'm older now. I'll try it. Mm-hmm. That's so funny. Well, look, I hope that you have a good day. It's about 6:47, and I didn't want to stay on too long. And I thought about popping on yesterday, but you know what? It was a busy weekend. It was a busy weekend last weekend. It was a busy weekend the previous weekend. I needed to sit down. And that's what I did. I sat down for a minute. Ooh, wait. Did a little laundry. Nothing, earth shattering. Let's see. Is this better? Where are we going? I'm trying not to knock this computer off, y'all. So here we are. And I think we're just going to leave it alone. I might want this to come along here. Just to find that line. Just to define that line. Oh, y'all, where am I going? Just a little bit. I'm going to leave it alone. Okay. I'm glad that I did come up in here a little bit. Just to make this a little bit darker. Okay. And now, the thing with that wax peels up and it leaves little crumbs. Let me try to brush it off over here. And you got to be careful when you do that. Now, if you want your paper extremely flat and you see it's kind of buckled up here, before you add your wax, you could hit this with a little bit of iron. Put this in between, if you got a brown paper bag, slip it in there and iron it real fast. But the watercolor, it will curl up the paper. So, yep. So we are going to say this is a whole statement. We're going to leave that alone. I'm going to pop this little blue over here in this little white area. All right. I think I want to cover that up just a little bit more. And let me hear from you. What do you want to see? It's September. And Cornelia, let me just go ahead and say this. I'm going to say early July, mid-July. I started a whole series with Labor Day. And where are they? They're still in my computer. I never did. Am I going to be able to do this? I never published it. Okay. So I have a whole Labor Day series that I think I am going to put online. Okay, yeah, that little black just helped pop it out a little bit. Yep, it helped just a wee bit. And because of the studio lights, and my paper is a little bit wrinkly. Let me see if you can see it. It is a little bit wrinkly. So that's some of the, look at there. Now I could go in there with a little bit of crayon, but I'm okay with this, honey. This image is beautiful. Who is this? Crystal or Delancey? I can't remember, but it's Paint Party Hub. So if you don't have an image like this in your life and you're a Paint Party business owner, you better check out Paint Party Hub. You know I'm part of Artsy and Paint Party headquarters. So, I'm always going to push those three groups because they have just blessed my life immensely. I think I've been in Paint Party Hub for 3 years. I want to say 2022. And then Paint Party headquarters, 2019, just before the pandemic, baby, September 2019. It has been 6 years. Oh, wow. And I think I just renewed for the 3rd year for Artsy. All right. So, Paint Party Hub 2022. I think they started in February. Okay. And those ladies, when I tell you, they are so giving. They are so giving. And then, of course, Heidi with Paint Party headquarters, and then Maria and her team over there with Artsy. So look, I have some adorable images as well. But who did I learn from? I'm tilting it this way. Okay. Let me get the Paint Party painted pose, and I'm out of here. This is a whole statement right here. And this is watercolor. I think I'm in my watercolor area. Thank you, Cornelia. Let me know. Shoot me an email. Let me know what you're into and how I can support, because I appreciate this here. Okay. Oh, great goodness of life. So it is 6:52 here in Eastern Standard Time. And I don't know the exact time to come on. I'm up 4, 5 o'clock, but I know nobody else is going to be on. So is 6:30 still a good time? Should I do 6:15, 6 o'clock? I'm up and around. Y'all, where my coffee at, y'all? Okay, here it is. I'm up and around. Okay. But I need to get on this camera, get online. When I tell you last week, I'm going to just make this large. I enjoyed being in here painting live. It just makes me feel better. Last week, I think I said on the broadcast, it makes me feel more complete. So come on and join us and watch out, Cornelia, for Paint Party business owners. I'm going to have a grab and go membership. I'm trying to get a price point. I'm thinking it's going to be about $12. Come on in there and grab your image. You could sell it, do a tutorial, make art kits in person, online. You could take that image and do whatever. But I need to know how to make sure it's valuable to you. Do I need to package it up as a Canva template, or just give it to you as a PNG and y'all just run with it? And I think I'm going to have that on that school platform. I like school. you know? Girl, you may have to come on with me and kind of just show us something because it's pumpkin time, it's acorn time, it's apple time, harvest time. I see all of those little diamonds, baby, and I just want to run. 'Cause it's so meticulous. Now, my grandmother, she crocheted, she sewed, she cooked, she had her garden, and baby, she cooked some really, really good food. She served at the food pantry. You know, she was a community woman, all right? Now, I love community. Now, I serve at our food pantry. I am not the crocheter. I crocheted my son's blanket, and then I took it to my grandmother for some help. One day I'll dig it out so y'all can see where I started and where she started. But we try. But this art thing is my jam. All right. Oh my goodness. Girl, I've been and spilled all see me and glitter. If it's not wrapped up in this paint, where's my glitter paint? It's just off camera. Baby, if this glitter is not wrapped up in this paint, and I love this one. Where is this? Crystal. I like the crystal glitter acrylic. Oh, here it is right here. It's on top of this unicorn. Baby, if that glitter is not wrapped up in some paint already, and I know you probably won't be able to see it too good. There you go. It's subtle, it's elegant. Let's see if we can get it over here. Nope, because the light is not quite hitting it like it needs to. I don't know. It's subtle, it's elegant, and it's just enough. I love that crystal. Now, I've got other glitter paint in here just drying and wasting away. But anyway, it is 6:55. Babe, it's sunflower season. It is. That's what this is back here. Uh-oh, y'all. Sorry. That's why this one is like a late summer. Well, a late summer. Now, of course, it could be white or yellow for daisies. Because I just put on a little bit of clothing here. But yeah, it is sunflower era season. So I want to see if you get a chance and you come back in the comments, upload an example or two and make sure you upload your link, especially on the Paint Party directory page. Good. Cornelia, let in my direct message, give me your business information, and then I'll just upload it to the Paint Party directory page in Facebook, and then let us know what you got going on, and if we need to pop on, because I want to pop on to see. Oh, I don't know if I'm ready to try it yet, but peace to you today. Do something that makes your heart come alive. Spread some of this art joy. Ooh, we need it. We need it. And we don't wait for world catastrophes anymore to paint for wellness. We're out here. And that's what I'm promoting. And right now I'm in my watercolor era. Okay. Let me see. Cornelia. All right. Sunflower season. Yes, 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 baby. And hopefully we will see an example of Cornelia. And I might invite Cornelia on. Cornelia, you're up. And if we need to come on earlier, you just let me know. And it doesn't have to be a long session. You can just show us and tell us why you're doing this diamond stuff and what you love about it. You're just an art lover. That's okay. But come on in here. Come on in the room because, baby, I don't know about that diamond life. I know people have been doing it. I'm not about that life, girl. I just got to sling. Listen, I got to just sling the paint. Okay? This is what I'm doing right here. Slinging the paint. Because, I don't know, do you just have to what do you take? Little pliers or something and apply? Girl, listen. That's going to be another broadcast. So we're going to plan. All right, audience. I can't remember that lady. The peoples. We are voting together that Cornelia needs to come on and show us some good stuff. But at least she will send us a picture or two if she doesn't want to get on camera so we can just show what she has going on. And I know that she's got some great tips for us. Anytime that you're doing something and someone else doesn't know anything about it, you're already miles ahead and you can teach and guide and lead. So peace to you guys. Thank you so much, Cornelia, for being on here. I appreciate it immensely. Let me know once again how I can support. Right. It is Tuesday and it's September 2nd, and we're going to have a great day. All right. We already have some deliciousness in our cup. We're going out and to share love and joy and light. Okay. All right. Let me find where I'm supposed to be over here. All right. There we go. All right. Let's see. Am I trying to remove? Yes, yes, yes. Have an amazing rest of the day. I hope you can see some of the details. As they say, get into it, get into it. You see it, you see it. It does help. So whatever you do,